I'm giving this away to my competitors. If I can get 10 tickets done in a day really, really, really well, and people feel valued, that's better than knocking 20 tickets out and having less than results.
Reliability of everything, really putting things world class so that you can move them to a different planet.
Welcome to this episode of Sunny Silver Linings. Today's guest is Jayme Branson, President of Granite Solutions. In today's episode, they chat about SMB culture with employees and customers, how to put your people first, working with clients as partners versus working with vendors, and so much more. And now, your host, the founder and CEO of IT by Design, Mr. Sunny Kaila. Over to you, Sunny.
Jayme, welcome to my show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your partnership. We met at Build It, and it was, especially receiving that letter from you was so beautiful. It gave us so much encouragement to do more next year. And it's people like you where when we serve during Build It, and overall through Build It as our give back platform to the channel, and people like you, when we receive those type of letters, those type of gifts, that gives us a lot more energy to give more to the channel. So thank you for that.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Let's just start there. All right. Coming to Build It was a great experience for us. It was our first time to be there, and just watching you guys, it was different than any other event that I'd been to. A lot of the events that I've been to it's all about business. It's about the vendors. It's about, not that those things aren't important, but your family was there helping. I mean, you care. You guys just exuded how much you care about helping us be better at what we do and helping us be better with our clients. And it just really hit home for us. We try to do some of that in Montana, and you guys, it meant a lot. And we'll be back next year. I've already enrolled a whole bunch of people for next year and can't wait to come.
So, Jayme, our topic today is culture, especially in the small, medium-sized business environment and in the context of especially MSP, right? So before we get into our topic, can you share your entrepreneurial journey with us? How did you get into MSP business? So just a quick kind of brief summary of your journey so far as an entrepreneur.
Sure. Yeah. No. Well, like probably every entrepreneur, right? I love working with people and love business and love waking up and new challenges, new problems to solve. I go back. I came out of the voice world, so I started out years ago with AT&T as just a phone rep, and just kind of went from there. Loved Montana, loved the small business customer. I've worked in all sizes, but there's something special about small business. Well, I'm a small business, and so I think I really connect. It's where I really connect is with the people, like myself. So started out as a phone company, doing PBXs, and 25 years ago, never saw the cloud coming. So much of what we do now is in the cloud. But started there, acquired a couple of smaller phone companies along the way, and then a couple of years ago acquired an IT company. And actually they do IT and cabling and did do some voice. And the name of that company was Granite. And so before Granite, we were Montana Phone, not to make it too confusing, but the two companies came together and we decided to keep the Granite name because Montana Phone didn't explain very well the IT part of our business. And so picked up Granite, and they were just like us. They cared about customers. They served small business. So we're a really good match, business wise and customer wise. So that's kind of a quick version of where we came from.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. So I know we will be focusing on more the culture that you have created there in your business, which is very people centric. People come first. So can you talk to us? What do you mean by that when you talk about people come first? What do you mean by that?
Well, I guess just what it sounds. You know, every day we come in, there's technology. We've got hundreds of tickets a week that we work, and so there's always tickets. There's always problems, and I guess what we've figured out or noodled through is that it starts with our people. When we have a problem, anytime we have a problem with the workflow or with it took a little bit too long to get a ticket resolved or something like that, we always go back and look at how could we have done that better. And what we started learning several years ago was that it starts with us and how we empower our people and how we prepare them and how we what tools we provide, what knowledge we give them. And so we started figuring out that it's not all about technology, and our people are what make us up. And we have people that go home and raise goats. We have people that have chickens and hike and bike, and all of us love the outdoors. It's just something common to Montana. Everybody wants to be outside. So we just try to take who are our people and then how are we going to operate as a business and try to blend those two things together. And so super important to us. And it's super important to me, but even if it wasn't, it's how we operate the best. If we create an environment where people are happy and they love what they're doing and they can be who they are and they can still do their job, we just run a lot better that way. So that's kind of a quick version of where we come from with how we see people.
Yeah. So you mentioned like empowering people, really investing in people, your own internal team members. And I have seen you in action when you brought your team to build it, and you're very intentional about developing your people. And yeah, so like some people, I mean, some companies, they are more focused on, the overall mantra is happy employees means happy customers. I know when you talk about people, you are talking about both sides, like, because even customers are people, right? So
Right.
it's more of people focused, where internal team members, they get what they need to kind of really have meaningful career. And then also with that career or with that environment, you're creating value for your customers. So how do you keep that balance? Like, can you share your thinking in terms of how you keep the people side strong on the employee side and the customer side? Any strategies that you're using to have both sides as strong as you need to have in a small business?
Yeah, sure. Well, let me go back to like our vision statement, and it kind of ties the customers and the people together. And I tried to write our vision statement. And they looked at it and they said, 20 words. And I always write like 1,000 words, and they said, no, you can't have 1,000-word vision statement. So they made me redo that, and I had to have some help with that. But in our vision statement, we say we're going to focus on our team and our people, our folks, and we're going to give them the knowledge and the skills and do everything we can to empower them so that they can take care of our clients. What we really mean is we want to do everything we can for our small business customers so they can focus on their people and their clients, right? And so just kind of a pay it forward mentality. And I think a lot of people I work with in small business see it the same way or similarly to the way we see it. So our whole goal is to, and actually, Sunny, I'm going to tie this into Build It a little bit. I walked out of Build It with a new way of explaining this, and it was about making leaders. And, it's not up to us to make leaders if you just said, well, what do you guys do? Well, we run a business, but it is up to us. We have an opportunity to do everything we can to empower our folks, but also to give them the skills and the knowledge, the training, the support. And a big key in that is confidence, just giving them the confidence so that when a client calls in with a problem, they don't have to ask three people or they don't feel unempowered. We want them to be able to take a problem and help that customer solve it, but also, express how much we care about them. So we make them a priority. We build our systems around what our customers want. Not all of our customers want to be treated. A lot of ways that we, run our business, we have to have systems and workflows, and we've got SLAs to meet, and there's all these things in the background that we do. But our customers, just what they want is somebody that listens to them, answers the phone, cares about what they have to say. So I guess that's some of the ways that we just try to connect our people with our customers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, perfect sense. So what I heard you say is more, at the end of the day, is people focused business, and we are creating value for our internal team members by giving them meaningful work, giving them meaningful trainings and coaching, and positioning their talents correctly, and making sure that they are happy, they are making an impact. So at the end of the day, working internally as a team, you're creating value for the customer, and the customer, our goal is to serve that customer well. So you are doing through like making sure that the processes are there, the connection is there with the customer, that what customer feels at the end of the day is that they feel valued, they feel cared, they feel the human element, which is very hard to get sometimes from IT companies because we're technologist people, like we're technology people. And so human-centric approach to customer when it comes to delivering IT solutions to them is very unique. So you also talk about outcomes. So can you talk to me a little bit about, people first strategy, connecting internally and with the customers, and then more outcomes focused?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just over the last 20 something years, what we've learned is there's one way you can do a ticket where there's a problem that's presented, you assign resources to it, you solve the problem, and you move on. We've talked already about just bringing in the people element to that. So again, in the small business world, people just want to be cared about. But another piece of that is just the outcome. I'm giving this away to my competitors, but if I can get 10 tickets done in a day really, really, really well, and people feel valued, and the business outcomes are the problem solved, our customer feels good about themselves in whatever way that might be. Our employees go home, they're not stressed out. They're not, I hate my job. They're not feeling that. They're feeling like that was a really good day. Helped a lot of people solve problems. And the outcome for everybody it's a positive. That's better than knocking 20 tickets out and having less than results, if that makes sense. So the outcome is, if the customer calls in with some type of trouble, we want to fix it, but we want to do that in a very caring way, and we want their business to run better. So it's not just upload a patch or get somebody logged in, but it's upload the patch, get them logged in, and then teach them this is how you log in, and this is when this happens again, this is what you do, and try to leave them with some in some better place than we found them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Perfect sense. So you as an entrepreneur now, so with that focus on, people first, and I think companies where they focused on people in the last, especially 2 years or so, they are coming on the winning side out of this very much like a talent war in the last 2 years or so. And now, one thought that I normally share with other entrepreneurs, and I love their perspectives on this, is with recession talk. We all, as entrepreneurs, we need to prepare our companies, our teams for a potential recession. Right, next year, it's going to be a little bit more focused. So, is there anything that you're doing to be better prepared for next year that you would like to share with other entrepreneurs? So, as the MSP owner, what are the dangers that you see? What are the opportunities that you see for MSPs next year?
Sure. Yeah, no, it's a big topic. So in a non-scary way, we talk about it real time with our teams. We have, weekly management meetings. We have monthly leadership meetings. We have quarterly all associates, and then we have in between. There's lots and lots and lots of just time together where we're talking about this. So communicating, we use, we've got chats constantly going. We've got blogs, we've got newsletters, we've got meetings, and we're constantly communicating what's really happening in our space. And so we feel pretty confident in our business model. I mean, IT services and voice services and those kinds of things, businesses really need those to operate. But we're gonna feel a little bit of that next year, and some of our customers are gonna feel it. So one of the things we're doing is we're just proactively talking to our customers about it real time, and we're talking to our team about it. We just did our benefits. We just did our benefits cycle for the year. We added a little bit of benefits. Maybe we would have added a little more, but we increased our portion of what we pay for people on our benefit plan. We're still doing raises, so we're still operating our business. Our benefits, pay, bonuses, time off. We're still doing all those things, but we're talking about the reality that we're going to have to be, we have to be a little bit more cautious the next 12 to 18 months just because of the economy. So communicating is a big deal. Mm-hmm. Conserving cash. We run more things through an operating model than maybe we would have. So we're using, our monthly versus using up cash. So that's something that we're doing. Our systems, we always ask the question every week. We ask the question, are we getting the most out of the systems that we have? So rather than go out and buy a new system or spend a lot of money on somebody coming in and redoing it, we're just constantly challenging the systems that we have and the workflow that we have. And I bet you every month, one of our managers comes up with just a little bit different way of doing something that makes us a little more efficient. So rather than have to constantly raise prices and do some of those things, which we've had to raise prices in the last couple of years, but rather than constantly put it to the customer, we try to put it to ourselves first and see what we can do to make it better. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. So more focused on the customer and the value creation, focus on conserving cash for rainy days during recession, and then also focusing more on systems and efficiency that we can create, because at the end of the day, biggest cost for MSPs is labor cost. If we can use some systems and efficiency, that normally helps with cash generation, because that's where you can be a little bit more efficient and being, staying close to the customer, right? So your mantra of including customer under the people first strategy, because customer will never get rid of any vendor partner if that vendor is creating value for their business during a recession. They will only cut cost where value creation is not there, right? So to your point, if we're more intentional about being more close to the customer, knowing what's going on in their world, really preparing our team to do more for less with the customer, then we will be able to weather any kind of storm and prepare better our teams, our companies, to kind of really do well during recession. So I know you're coming to our next year conference, and I know you're very excited about this.
Yeah.
So, so what are you? Yeah. So, what are your plans for next year? Build it.
Well, bring in several members, and what I guess the most exciting part was just first seeing how you guys ran the last Build It, and that was my first one. So I know you've had others, but seeing how you ran it and how you guys care about us just was super exciting for me. I mean, just pushed all the buttons that I have on. You're paying it forward. You're trying to make us better so we can be better and we all get better. And that's just right up, where we live. So I want to bring some other people there this year and have them experience that. And the training that you're focused on for next year is around some of that's coming out of the Disney Institute and customer care, taking care of people, customer success, all those kind of things are just super exciting to me, and we want our team to experience that. So that, and just I wanted to see how you guys run Build It. The kind of people that you are and the way that you care really comes through in that event. So I'm hoping my team gets to experience what I did last year.
And we will look forward to hosting you and your team members. And yes, the experience, we take it to the next level every year. And because of this love that you have sent, your goodies bag from Montana is giving us a lot more energy to do better next year. So it's partners like you where if they see something, they say something, and because that gives you a lot more encouragement. So we outgrew our facility here for our annual conference in Jersey City, taking it to Florida, to a bigger conference center. And we are very excited about Disney Institute getting involved to like a pre-conference training, and then taking people to NASA. I think everything is in the MSP channel. There's a big talk on cloud. Everything is moving to cloud, and MSPs are very much focused on helping small businesses move things to cloud. And we're like, we have to give our guests at Next Build It that experience of NASA, where things not only go to cloud, they go beyond cloud.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like having that connection with the cloud focused MSPs and security focused MSPs, because when you have to send something from NASA, you have to be very intentional about security and safety and reliability of everything, really putting things world class so that you can move them to a different planet.
Yeah,
I think there will be a lot of learning there just from that experience. So we look forward to hosting you there, Jayme, and I truly appreciate your thinking, your mindsets, and it's just lovely to meet people like you in the channel, because that is what entrepreneurship, like good entrepreneurship, is all about: making right impact on people internally and externally. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, and right back to you. I just appreciate working with you guys and meeting all of you and your team. Customers, and I can say it's Montana. I can say it's SMB. I don't know. I think it's probably the same across our whole country, even the world. SMBs are what make up our economy. I mean, it's 90 something percent businesses are small to medium business people. And so, just customizing how we do it is the entrepreneurial part. It's not just about money or statistics or analytics. It's about, again, for us, it just gets more about people, but customizing that offer, just like you guys customized your program for us. You're always looking for better ways to serve us. We're trying to take that same thing to our customers. And, a company with 4 or 5 people still needs security. They still need IT services. They still need password resets or phones or whatever it is. And they're not, a lot of those businesses aren't just, they don't just have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of resource. They're trying to make it and make carve out a living and feed their families and pay their employees. And so we love coming alongside those folks. And again, Sunny, back to you guys. That's how it felt when I was there before. You guys just love coming alongside us. And I don't know how many books I came home with and how many gadgets and things to just help me be a better version of me. So super appreciate all that you guys are doing. Look forward to coming next year.
Yeah, to your point, SMBs are backbone of any country, and especially a country like America, where your kind of core value is entrepreneurship. And SMBs are the backbone of America. And if we, as a small SMB, serve other SMBs well, I think even from that bigger picture perspective, we are building a strong country, strong community, and really serving people well, people that are living in this country. So thank you, Jayme. We appreciate you. You take care. Have a great rest of the day.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Sunny's Silver Linings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.